Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Long Dark on a Wednesday with the Gazbeard, and we're here at the Old Spence Family Homestead Forge. We've just woken up. It's late morning and our guy is hungry and thirsty. Very hungry and thirsty, in fact. And we don't have that much in the way of food to give him. So what we'll do is we'll start with a couple of cattails. And pretty much everything else is emergency food. Can give him a drink. And at least get that out of the way. And we've got some mapping to do as we're heading back towards Milton. We've finished our forging. Unfortunately, this fire is still going strong. It's got another 3 hours to go. It's a bit misty. The snow is falling quite heavily. It has that look that could turn to a blizzard. Do we really want to be out there in it? I would suggest not. But we don't want to hang around here. Is there any charcoal in these fires? Well, that got us 4 pieces. What about that one? That got us another 5. That'll keep us going. Do we have any torches on us? Yeah, we got plenty. That one's useless. Let's just harvest that. And it's getting ever closer to midday. That one's almost useless. Let's just harvest that and get it out of the way. We need to drop that fishing kit. We've been carrying it around for ages. We don't need these 2 cans. So what we'll do is we'll just put them over by the fire somewhere. Put that charcoal away. We don't need to be carrying the heavy hammer. Let's just put that back in the drawer. And that's taking us down to just under the 30 kilos. Our clothing is all in good shape. We don't have any meds or anything that we want to drop off here. We're still a little bit low on fire making materials. Okay, it's time to make tracks and get out of here. We're going to go back the way that we came. Let's just get the bow out first. If we could have taken one of those deer down, I would have stayed here for this weather to clear before we made tracks, but we need to be getting back up towards Milton. I want to spend some time in the Milton Basin this week, explore that, get it mapped. It would have been nice to push that deer along ahead of us. Make sure the wolf has not returned. And if he has, to distract him. Looking for sticks because we're very low on firewood. There's a couple. It's very possible that we're going to have to dry out our clothes when we get to somewhere that can give us shelter. Because I would not be surprised if we're already seeing.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Would not be surprised if we can already see the clothes getting soaked, but I'm not going to check them while we're in this area. I'll wait until we're up on the path towards the railway. Let's have a look around. I know there was a deer up here. You know, if I could be sure of hitting him, I would take the shot. Oh, he's walking in behind the tree. Well, that's it. You run that way. If there is a wolf up there, you can distract him for me. Now, I do apologise for the audio quality today. I've got man flu, so my voice is going to be a bit nasal, possibly not as clear as normal. I will do my best to keep it clear for you, but that may require the odd moment. Now then, is he going to stand and turn? Because if he's going to stand and turn, then I'll take the shot. I don't want to risk losing the arrow though. Well short. And that spooked him. 2 arrows on that rock, that's okay. At least we know where they are. And I can see both of them, so that's good. Yeah, you keep running that way, mate. There's going to come a point where you can't run any further. I really would like to get the meat off this guy, because we are pretty desperate. We may have to spend a bit of time in the birch forest trying to take down a deer. Oh, and he can run across the bridges. Well done, that deer. I've never seen them do that before. Right, slow down. Get your pathing right. The last thing you want to do is fall off that bridge. And he's very, very aware of us. We're coming up onto the drop down to the railway, so unfortunately there's no shelter here for us. If we do take him down, we'd have to cook him in the open, and I think at this point we have to give up on him. Now what I do want to do is I want to check that there is no bear down on the railway. I think that's our drop down there, or is it this one here? Might be this one here. Let's just have a look, see what is on the railway. Despite the mist and the snow, we've got a pretty good visibility. The chance we can get to the low blind today. I'm not seeing anything out there. So, where are we going? That way. I would like to get to the low blind. And there's a wolf there, dead center of screen, just where the aiming dot is. He's going to make life a little bit difficult. Let's see if we can bypass him. Stay outside his trigger range. We've got no decoys to drop. So if he does come for us, it's going to be a wrestle. If we don't get him first time with the bow. Now, we should be able to cut across these little islands. towards the low blind and stay outside the wolf's trigger range. He's still a long way off. Just stay on the snow-covered parts. Keep an eye open for the bear, because the bear does patrol around here. Oh, and in fact, what we probably want to do, yeah, we want to get a drawing done at this point. There we are, that just opens life up a bit. That weather is, the wind's picking up. This has high risk of turning into a blizzard. At the moment, while it's like this, we can live with it. Let's just get these cattails. Anything we can do to top up the food is good. You can tell the bear's been around here. Right, so what have we got in here? Ooh. Painkillers, pork and beans, sardines, energy bar, storm lantern with almost a litre in it. We'll just take everything that's in here. It's going to over encumber us, which means we're not going to be able to use that rope. Some more cattails there. More firewood there. Let's have all these cattails as well. It's unlikely we'll ever come back to the hunting blind, so we can afford to strip this area. Did I just drop them? I thought I did. Involuntary twitch on my mouse hand. Made it hit the wrong button. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit happier about the food situation now we've got those finds from the blind, as well as those cattails. Right, let's head back. Let's grab these cattails as well. Yeah, and that wind is starting to sing. When the wind starts singing, you have to be prepared for a blizzard. Thanks to the pre-cut firewood in the hunter's blind, we're okay for getting a fire as long as we've got a sheltered spot. Now what I really want to do is I want to try and get up to Hat River, get into the cave. And I'm not even going to use our shortcut back to the end of the cave that we normally use as a refuge. I'm just going to enter the cave at the Hat River end. I need to start getting some height. Get away from the ice, because the bear likes to patrol the ice. I need to just quickly check how much sticks are we carrying. 23. Not quite as many as I normally carry, but it is plenty. We're not that far from Hat River now. Oh, look at all these sticks. Much happier that we've been able to get out to the blind and recover that ammunition and stuff now. Lots of sticks up here. How are we doing for time? Mid-afternoon. Making good progress. Probably spend the night in the cave tonight. We've got all of those skins and guts to pick up if they've cured. If they haven't, they can't be very far away from curing.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Yeah, you will. Now, I want to stay high, but the slope's not going to let me. And we're at risk of spraining an ankle here. So I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just traversing the slope, keeping some height between us and the edge of the Muskeg swamp. Try and keep any distance, any wolves at distance from us. And here's Hat Creek. We need to drop down onto the creek itself now. Just check the map. We haven't drawn this yet, so let's just get a drawing of this as best we can. Oh, that's just added Hat Creek. I should have done a drawing at the Hunter's Blind, but never mind. Okay, now, as I said in an episode a couple of days ago, we're into long-term survival mode now, rather than just immediate survival. So we don't need to take risks anymore unless we find ourselves in a situation with no supplies. He does have to eat soon. He is very, very hungry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a cattail into him. We've got it on the menu, yeah. Just to stop him losing condition from having a red belly. Or a red hunger meter. Got to watch as we come up here. Do get wolves. Or a wolf. Generally patrolling just through there. Between the rocks. And I can see the cave already. The weather appears to be clearing, and it is mid-afternoon. We could take the shortcut, but I have a reason I want to go through the cave itself. And that is, I have a feeling that we left some supplies in the middle of the cave, or in the middle of the tunnel system that makes up the cave. And if so, we need to pick them up and move them to the end of the cave where we normally have a base. There we are. Now, it's pitch black, but I'm not going to put the bow away, we don't need it. I'm not going to waste a match lighting a torch because I can see enough to get through here. The only thing is I might not see any coal if it's on the ground. Right, here's the loop back as we drop down into the central cave. Once we get along to the central cave, there'll be light coming through the hole in the ceiling, which will make it a bit easier to see what's going on. Now, if you're watching this in full 1080 HD, you will be able to see what I'm seeing on screen. But if you're watching at any smaller resolution, it's possible that you won't, because YouTube does darken things when they do their re-rendering. We've got a load of sticks in here. Let's just have them.
Die if I don't get some food soon.
I'm sure we left some stuff over here somewhere. Yeah, we did. There we go. A couple of guts, a cured deer hide. Right, now we've got to get out of here and get along to our regular camping spot, which is along this path here. And we're getting pretty heavy. Our speed is slowing down desperately, and he is very hungry. But that's okay, because if we end up spending the night here, he'll be able to recover that condition. That looks like the end of the tunnel up there with our camping site, and there's already a lantern there, look. So let's just drop this deer hide here for now. No sense carrying stuff around that you don't need to carry. Put it there. And still got a couple of guts to drop. That's not going to let me put it down, is it? Okay, we'll leave it there. 79% on the saplings. Various levels on these. Like I said, I want to try and get another deer because we need the food. Got 2 cured deer hides, 2 part cured. We can drop that lantern here as well because it's heavy at 1.78 kilos.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Yeah, we know. Just drop the firewood. Now it was cedar firewood that we picked up, so we'll try and drop the cedar firewood on top of the cedar. That worked well. Alright, we'll drop all the sticks on here. Taking us back down to 31.27. What else are we carrying that's keeping us so heavy? Oh, we picked up extra food, didn't we? Sorry about that pause. I had to mute the mic. I had a violent coughing fit. That's part of this man flu. So we've got a bunch of food here. I'm not carrying anything excessive in supplies. Right. That's the way we came, that's the way out. It's almost sunset. So let's just have a couple of cattails. There we go. And take a drink. If you can hear background noise, somebody's just come to the door, the wife's answering it. Right. Let's go see if we can find a deer in this birch forest just out here. If not a deer, then at least a couple of rabbits. Holy crap, we won't even find our nose in this weather. I think that's a combination of mist and low cloud. That's how I would see it in real life anyway. And we know that there's rabbits just down here. Let's get the bow out. And the more time I spend out here in this birch forest, the better I get to know it, so I'm reasonably certain of my direction. This little hill here is usually where we find the deer. But no chance of seeing them at any distance at all. I can hear him, he's over there. I can hear him running away. So he's scenting us before we can see him, so it's pointless trying to hunt him down. Let's just get a few more sticks. Keep the stockpile up in the cave.
Too much stuff to carry.
So we're going to have to survive on whatever rations we're carrying, because we're not going to get a deer with this fog. However, what we could do is get some reishi. There's a nice full set of 3. Actually, we only need 2, don't we? Is it 2 to make a reishi? I can't remember. I think it is. Make ourselves a hot cup of reishi tea. Let's just check. Crafting. Yeah, it's only 2 to make a reishi tea. So, take those 2. Get ourselves warmed up. There's the false cave. What's that? Is that a piece of firewood? Oh no, it's a snare. We'll take that and drop that. It's a pity we can't move these containers into the cave. There's the climb up to Milton Basin. That's the route we'll be taking in the morning. Right, there's us back at our little campsite. And another sticker's turned up, that's nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop that snare here, because snares are relatively heavy for what they are. I don't know if we'll be able to see it clearly there, so I'm going to try and move it onto the snow. That'll do. We can see it quite clearly there now. Let's get the fire going. Don't need the bow out. I'm going to save that book for when we need it, and I'm going to use the 90% chance of success using the cardboard matches, or 100% chance of success using the fire striker. But I'm going to try with the cardboard matches, save the fire striker for when we really need it, such as dropping a fire to deter wolves. Come on, fire. Burn, burn, burn.
That did it.
Excellent. Right, let's get some fuel on it. We put another 5 sticks and a piece of cedar on there. That just gives us enough time to do some cooking. Now then, is the pork and beans on there? It is.
I could eat anything right now.
We'll heat up those pork and beans. Give ourselves some hot food. 10 minutes to warm it up. What else have we got? Anything? Nothing to cook. Okay. What we'll do is we'll make some water while we're waiting. And probably just got time to craft that set of reishi. Right, so if we eat those beans, that'll warm us up. We're now carrying an extra can that we want to drop and leave here. We'll just put it back there out of the way and get our other water can on there, and we need to melt some more snow before we do any cooking of teas, because we're getting a bit low on water. So we're waiting for this can to boil. And now we can cook a set of reishi. I'll just pass time on that one. Should make that one. Right, we'll drink that. That'll warm us up again, as well as put a few.
That didn't work.
As well as put a few calories into us. He says it didn't work. That's because reishi is normally used for curing food poisoning. It has an antibiotic quality, so I'm not worried about that. 8 minutes until boiled. Let's just pass time till ready. Take it. How much water are we now carrying? Now carrying just over 2 litres, which is fine. So we can pick that up, put it back in the pack. We'll pass time until that's ready.
I might have to drop some gear.
Pick that up. That's good. It's getting dark outside, which is quite correct. It's just after midnight. Let's just check the state of our clothes. How wet are they? Our trousers are still wet. Like I said, that snow type that we were walking through, we do tend to get quite soaked with that. How's our clothing state? 97, 96, 94 on those socks, 94 on that sweater, 94 on the coat, 90% on the boots, 90% on that underwear. So really the boots and those long johns are the worst condition, but they're passable right now. So we can wait. What we need to do somehow is pass some time until it's sleeping time. I don't want to burn all this wood just to keep warm. What is the air temperature like? 16, feels like 38. That's the fire doing that. We've got 813 calories in us. We're only half tired. We're going to have to pass some time. So let's pass 3 hours. And then we'll see what the temperature's like after the fire's burnt out. By which time our trousers should be dry. That's coming up towards midnight now, so let's just quickly check the trousers. Trousers are now dry. He needs to eat before bed. He will need a drink. Yeah. Let's just... We'll put 3 cattails into him, see how well that does on the calorie count. So how's user's calories, 908. That's enough to get through the night. Drink. Back. Do an 8-hour sleep to get him to sunrise. And that's coming up towards the end of the video there. We're a little bit over time, but that's okay. And 110 days, 13 hours, so we're into day 111. Still looking pretty dark out there though. What time of day is it?
All I can think about is food.
Just on sunrise, right. So what we'll do, we'll munch another cattail. Take another drink of water. And we're going to find the bedroll, which should be down here. There it is. We just sleep another hour because he's not fully recovered. That'll bring us up to daylight. And at that point I can pause the video, say thank you very much, see you in the next one. And don't forget to click follow or subscribe. Give the video a like, check the video description for links to my other channels. Follow me on those, I really appreciate it, and it helps me to grow the channel. So, I'll see you tomorrow. As always from me, it's not goodbye, it's bye for now.